she's in exile, but like who has it been since? Please, yo, the closest is Candace Owens, and she's still on that Bible stuff, which is nothing wrong with it, the religious stuff. But what I noticed when it comes to religion and just making changes, a lot of people want to defer and be like, oh yeah, we're going to wait for the Messiah to come make the change. And no, you, man in the mirror, woman in the mirror, it's you. It's incumbent upon you to make the change. Peace. Welcome to another episode of Don't Quote Me on the 27 Letter Podcast. My name is Lanre Onigbinde Bay. Thank you for joining me. Today, I decided to come in my backyard to film this. You know, I want to be closer to nature because we're talking about matriarchy today and the role they play in the world. You know, all I could do is think about my experience in this world as a man. But as far as I can remember, I'm talking maybe even age 9, 10, seeing the world for what it is, I saw a lot that was wrong with the world at that early age. And I knew nothing will change until the women speak up or step up. Now, when we talk about the planet itself, it's a feminine principle. The spirit itself, it's feminine. The planet itself is feminine. Mother Nature, you know what I mean? The principles of planting seeds and watching it grow, that's how we're born. You know what I mean? So there's a whole synergy, feminine principle to this whole realm that we live in. So I view my personal opinion, you know, and I know, you know, even through some of the Moorish teachings on one of the pamphlets, you see Noble Drew Ali holding a woman unconscious, which is a sign to say the women have fallen asleep. When I say the women, I'm talking about the real women, the ones that make things happen, the ones that previously existed centuries and centuries ago, who were warriors, who were government officials, who were caretakers. They did a lot actively within and civically within the community. We don't see that anymore. I asked my empress, I asked women around me, like, hey, I tell them, like, what I asked them first is, show me which woman out here is really breaking down, is really pushing the envelope as a woman. There's not too many, and it's by design. You know, there's a huge amount of money that's spent through advertising to distract the women. You know what I mean? We got a lot of the women focused on materialistic stuff or just their careers. You know what I mean? The whole family structure is kind of broken down. A lot of women feel like they don't even need a man. You know what I mean? Some women are getting with other women. That's another topic. You know what I mean? So it's as backwards right now when it comes to the order of things as far as Mother Nature goes. And I like I said, I asked my empress, the women around me, please point out the woman who's a beacon of hope, who's saying, doing things, not just saying, doing things, and is, you know what I mean, embodies everything she speaks about. A lot of the celebrities, female celebrities that they push in, you know, come on, like, the genders that they're pushing is just ridiculous. You know, I don't have to go name the names of some of these women that they use, but you could do your own research, and it's pretty evident. You know what I mean? So, my personal opinion, and I tell this to women, again, my empress and the women around me, Nothing in this world is going to change until the women speak up. Nothing. And I'll give you a prime example. Right now, Puff P. Diddy's in the news now. He's been in jail for, I don't know, a week now. But prior to that, there was all kind of rumors, speculations, accusations about the type of person he was. You know what I mean? You could do your own research. But it literally took a woman, one woman, filing a lawsuit for the chain of events that's occurred since then. One woman speaking up. And it's no secret what this guy was really doing in Hollywood or in the entertainment business. There's no secret. To kind of, on the lateral movement, another woman, Giselle Maxon, whatever her name is, Epstein's wife. You guys know about Epstein, quote unquote, committed suicide, so on and so forth, and was unalive. But right now, if this lady would just speak up, because she's been convicted of human trafficking and all this stuff, but there's a list of people you got to traffic to somebody, but they're not releasing the list. All she's got to do is call a news reporter or anything and just say, hey, listen, I'm ready to talk. And the house of cards will fall. Just one woman. And that's just two examples. Now, my own personal life, I'll tell you. When I got incarcerated, my mom was already ill. She struggled with mental health, and it was compounded by her alcohol abuse. So relying on my mom while I was incarcerated was pointless. She had her own issues. But when it comes to my daughter's case and me being able to connect with my daughter, and I speak about it in the book, my new revised version of 27th Letters book. You should get it, 27thletters.com, get your copy. So in the last letter, I wrote my daughter a last letter because, you know, we have we're estranged from each other. So I wrote my daughter in the last letter, and I touched on it, the role the women that she lived with played in how things kind of played out. From her grandmother, her mother, and her aunt. She lived with 3 women. None of these women helped me in no way, shape, or form to, one, build the relationship while I was incarcerated, or foster a relationship with my daughter, which benefits everybody. I don't know why you would work against that. 2, post-prison, the same thing. Like, it was bad. The grandmother had a bad heart. When I mean bad heart, I don't mean like medically. I mean like spiritually. She's not. I don't see her as a good person, and that's just my personal opinion based off my experience. So you know, you can see the ripple effect of having a matriarch that's not a good leader at all. Like prior to me getting incarcerated, I was with the mother of my daughter for almost 6-7 years. So I wasn't a stranger. So for me to get incarcerated and you don't want no letters, I spent almost 8 years, not one letter. Like my collect calls was being denied. So this woman played a role in making things difficult for me when I was already in a precarious and vulnerable position, being incarcerated. Now, on a legal side, when I went for my murder trial in 2004, the Crown was a woman, Rita Zaid, rest in peace, and Faye McQuat, Justice Faye McQuat, 2 women. And again, miscarriage of justice during that trial was done. And again, these are women. Like, it's not to say, like, I've had great experience with. There's a lot of other women that I could look at that I've had great experiences with. But what I'm saying is, when you're a woman put in a certain position, it's pivotal. It's pivotal that you lead with integrity. You lead with a pure heart. And a lot of women, it's just the world in general, but in particular for the women, like, we need these women, these warriors, these clean-hearted women, these women that care about the children, that want to have children, that want to build a family with with a man. You know what I mean? That's not gonna just give up on man and just say, you know what, I'm just gonna focus on my career because from I have my money and all this, I'll be fine. Which is, again, ass backwards when you look at how things are the feminine principles of this realm or planet we're on. Mother Nature, planet, you know what I mean? Like, come on. It's the evidence is out there about why and the role, why women are important and the role they play is important. So to make a long story short, this is my plea to the women, because as I'm out here and I'm helping this person, fighting for this, you know what I mean? Because I see a lot of injustice and unjustness going on in this world. So I speak up as a man. But as a man, I could get written off easily. But when women speak up, things happen. Just look, Me Too movement, things happen. One woman speaks up against Puffy, over. Giselle Maxine, or whatever, I don't know what her name is, the lady, Epstein's girl. All she has to do is speak up. House of Cards is over. And this is just two little examples, you know what I mean? Just two little examples. And my own personal experience, those are just examples, you know what I mean? So, for me personally, as much as I want to do this and do that, it's kind of fruitless when the women are not involved. If the women are not involved in pushing for a change, because remember, the revolution is really about evolution. The women have been stagnant for a while now. The human beings have been stagnant for a while now, but in particular the women, because remember, our first school as children, all of us, is the womb of the woman. So her state of mind, what she eats, like everything about her, we learn early on from the women, even after we're born. Usually, 9 times out of 10, the woman is looking after the children. So they play a pivotal role. So, women, where art thou? Women, where art thou? You know, where are the women? Where are the leaders? We need women leaders, and I'm not talking about Kamala Harris. Even though I'm curious to see, but I've seen it with Kim Campbell here in Canaan land, quote unquote Canada. Like, yeah, you could put a woman up in to become president, but what does that mean? Like, what type of character does this woman have? And from what I'm hearing about Camilla, she has poor character. She's up for sale. Her soul is for sale. We don't need that. We need warrior women who are really ready, lay their life on the line. And people like myself, men like myself, have your back, because I can't do it on my own. As a man, I need the woman to step up and speak up, because this is your realm. Everything about this realm, everything about this planet is a feminine thing. The spirit itself is feminine. So, woman, where art thou? Bro, it's sickening, the condition of the world. Look, in my own personal life, like I've learned to just deal with it, but it doesn't mean I'm just gonna accept it. It is what it is, but I'm not gonna accept it. And within myself, I'm at peace. I'm at peace with a lot of things, you know. But it doesn't mean I gotta accept it. So I'm not accepting it. I'm not accepting this new woman, like, yo, bro, look, get your money, get your career up, but balance. Shit is tilted right now. It's off scale. Remember Lady Justice? Bro, she's got a scale up for sale on fucking OnlyFans. You know what I mean? And she took the blindfold off, and that's the only thing she's covering herself with. And she's walking around naked. That's what's going on with the women then. Salute to the handful of women that, you know what I mean, that know themselves, you know. that are still practicing certain things, but the majority, bro, is bullshit, fam. I'm not looking at the men anymore to, yo, we need to make it. Nah, the men are the men. They're the reason why we're in this position. And on top of that, the men came from the women. And on top of that, the evil men of this world that you guys consider evil men, you know what? Name them. Name who you want to name. Guess what? They got women in their life too. So these women are enablers. And you're like, yo, there's men too. They're supposed, fam, there's big men speaking up. Big men. Edward Snowden, he's hiding out in Russia. I don't see no woman on the run. Last one is what? Asata Shakur. You know what I mean? She's in exile. But like, who has it been since? Please. Yo, the closest is Candace Owens, and she's still on that Bible stuff, which is nothing wrong with it, the religious stuff. But what I noticed when it comes to religion and just making changes, a lot of people want to defer and be like, oh yeah, we're going to wait for the Messiah to come make the change. And no, you, man in the mirror, woman in the mirror, it's you. It's incumbent upon you to make the change. Don't wait for no Messiah. You are an extension of the Messiah. Anyways, that's all I gotta say. I ain't gotta say more. You know, this is my plea to the women. Where are you? Where art thou? Oh woman, where art thou? When it was time for Jesus to die on the cross and leave, he left his to Mary. There's a reason why he left it to Mary. He had 12 disciples. He could have left the information with them, or he left it with Mary. He left Mary in charge. Oh Mary, where art thou? Woman, where art thou? 27th Letter Podcast merch. You can get them off the website. Just like newly published revised version of 27th Letter's book. Make sure you go to 27thletter.com to get your copy of the book, the revised version, or just if you already have a copy, get a cup of coffee. You know, there's other stuff on the website you can get. Let me know. All right? Support. This is how I am able to, you know, have the time to do what I do for you guys. Get the book, the merch.